Tough one for us. Just had a really difficult time putting the ball in the basket. Little uncharacteristic for us for that long of a period of a time. I think that Wake did some things that kind of threw us off our game, but we then have to make adjustments and then counter the things that they're trying to do to us defensively. Uncharacteristic again for us in rebounding. We're usually very dominant on the rebounds, and they did a very good job of keeping us away from the offensive boards, but also taking advantage and doing a very good job for themselves.
Coach, another really tough first quarter for you guys. You guys are only averaging 12.4 points in first quarters this season. What do you see as the cause of that, and what toll does that, just putting yourself in an early hole take on this team?
Well, it definitely puts us in the hole. I'm not sure exactly what the cause of it is. I mean, it's something that we work on constantly, because if I knew, we would have fixed it by now.
Josh, from your point of view, what does that do to you guys, the team, when you find yourselves down, 10 points in the first 5 minutes of a game?
I think it's a different story if we're not scoring, but if we're not getting stops. And I think that's part of what hurt us today. Just not getting those defensive rebounds, letting them get offensive ones and convert on those. So.
Jocelyn, sticking with you, I mean, you've been great shooting the ball this year. What was it like mentally? Just y'all couldn't buy a basket, and it just seems like they kept hitting off the rim even though you're getting great looks.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to stay confident and keep shooting. You can't really change whether it goes in or doesn't. So definitely still being aggressive and trying to take the shots if they're there. I feel like it's worse if I'm giving them up and showing that I'm not confident in taking those shots. So
Absolutely.
we have to take them. Unfortunately, they weren't going on, but hopefully next game is different.
Dom, you guys come out in the third quarter and outscored them 16-11. What did you guys adjust? What did you guys talk about at halftime?
We were just being more aggressive. We knew that going to the basket is one of our strong suits, so we just wanted to focus on that, make sure we were being aggressive, and make sure we kept getting stops on defense.
Coach, are 2 games looking ahead that are away games? What are you planning to work on and looking forward?
Well, we're going to just prepare for our next scout. We're definitely not going to look 2 games ahead at all. I mean, we are going to focus on our next game. It's what we always do. We take one day at a time, and we'll work on the things that we thought were an issue for us in tonight's game, and just kind of reiterate some things and focus on ourselves. One thing that I don't ever want us to not be is who we are. We will concentrate on taking teams out of their comfort zone, but we're not going to change anything about who our kids are. I mean, we're going to provide them with the same plays, the same shots, put them in positions to do the things that they do well, and be confident that in our next game they're going to execute them and the ball is going to go in the basket. We didn't make them tonight, but that doesn't mean that we won't make them tomorrow, or then they're not shots that they characteristically make. So it's just kind of one of those nights, a tough one considering the stakes, but it's just the reality of what happened today.
You guys actually won the turnover margin by a pretty considerable margin, but your turnovers were really untimely. I think you had 4 or 5 in the first 5 minutes of the game. A big one when you guys were only down 4 in the fourth quarter. How do you guys kind of overcome those untimely turnovers in the future?
Well, I just say that this game looks different if we make shots. I mean, we did the stuff that we were supposed to do defensively. If we make shots and we control the defensive boards, which is characteristic of us, then it's a totally different game. It's the reason why we were able to get into this game. We are going to defend. Our effort never changes defensively. So teams are just going to have to be better offensively, but we're still going to have the same effort day in and day out. And, if the ball goes in the basket for us tonight, then I think that there's a much different outcome.
Obviously, Fee not being there kind of affected those rebounds. We know she played some limited minutes against Tech and NC State and Louisville. Didn't play against Pittsburgh, I believe, right? Has she had a setback in her recovery? Where is she there?
Well, Fee has been out more games than she's played, and we still have controlled the boards against the teams that we've played. So that is not the only reason why we're a very good team, rebounding team. But yeah, I mean, she's had setbacks, and it's just our reality. One thing that we try not to do is dwell, because when you do that, you start second guessing, and it kind of chips away at your confidence and like who you are. We go into battle with what we have every single day. We love Fee and we wish that she was available, but the reality is that she is not, and we're not going to dwell on it.
Any last questions? In the back.
Yeah, Coach, you talked about the rebounds. First half, I mean, was that more of a, lack of effort, or is it just they were getting better positioning under there?
Well, I don't want to say it was a lack of effort. I think it was more of a lack of concentration. I mean, it was something that we needed to hone in on and concentrate on doing. We are an effort team, so I don't think that there ever is going to be a moment that we're going to go in the game and our effort be an issue because we work hard and we're hard workers. I think that we just did not specifically do certain things that would allow us to give ourselves a chance to win this game. Go back and look at film. There were several times that we boxed out. We needed to do it every single time, and we didn't do that.
Thank you very much, ladies.
Thanks, guys.